Imagine waking up at 75 with the same energy you had at 60, getting out of bed without pain, lifting your grandchildren effortlessly, and feeling your body respond with vitality to every movement. Now, consider the reality for many seniors today: knees that creak climbing stairs, hands that tremble holding a teacup, and the constant fear of a fall that could steal their independence. What separates these two scenarios isn't luck or genetics, but rather a deep understanding of how our bodies truly age and how we can work with them, not against them. For decades, we've been sold the idea that walking is the magic solution for senior health. And indeed, walking is wonderful. But what if I told you that when it becomes your only form of exercise, it may be silently accelerating your physical decline? Recent studies in the Journal of Gerontology show that seniors who only walk lose up to 3 times more muscle mass than those who diversify their exercises. This reveals our body's true wisdom. Our organism was designed to be nourished in all dimensions: strength, balance, flexibility, and endurance. Remember the biblical parable about the house built on rock? Our bodies are no different. When we base our health solely on walking, we're building on quicksand. But when we strengthen all systems, muscles, joints, balance, and posture, we create an unshakable foundation. The best news? It's never too late to start. This is the secret anti-aging medicine is discovering. Aging well isn't about how many steps you take daily, but how you strengthen every aspect of your physical temple. That's exactly what we'll explore today, not with complicated technical terms, but with practical simplicity that transforms lives. Because you deserve more than just getting by, you deserve to thrive in every year God has granted you. In the coming minutes, I'll reveal the 5 essential pillars geriatric doctors wish all seniors knew. These are principles tested and approved by thousands like you who took charge of their health. It begins with a truth that will revolutionize your routine. Muscle strength isn't about vanity. It's your guarantee of independence. But before we dive into this crucial first pillar, I want you to reflect. When was the last time your body surprised you with its capabilities? Because get ready, many surprises are still to come. When Mr. Joseph Carter, 72, realized he could no longer carry his own grocery bag, he thought it was just part of aging. What he didn't know was that after 60, we naturally lose up to 1% of our muscle mass each year, and this can double if we don't act. This silent condition called sarcopenia is the thief stealing independence from millions of seniors, and believe me, walking alone can't stop it. But there's a solution. As simple as it is effective: adapted strength training. You don't need to become a bodybuilder to reap the benefits. Small actions make all the difference, like rising from a chair without using your hands 5 times in a row, or holding a can of beans in each hand while lifting your arms. These seemingly simple movements send a powerful signal to your body. We need to maintain these muscles. The result? In 8 weeks, studies show seniors doing strength exercises 2 to 3 times weekly gain as much strength as if they'd rejuvenated 10 years. Here's the truth no one told you. Your muscles are like a garden. If you just look at it, like you do when walking, the flowers wilt. But when you water and prune it, like in strength training, the garden flourishes. And the impact goes far beyond physical strength. It improves blood sugar control, protects your bones, and even boosts your memory. Yes, you heard that right. Strong muscles mean a sharp mind. Mrs. Martha Smith, an 81-year-old woman we met in a senior health program, is living proof of this. She started with simple exercises using a chair and a water-filled plastic bottle. 3 months later, she could not only climb stairs with ease, but also return to knitting, something she had abandoned due to hand pain. And this is exactly the transformation you can experience. It doesn't require expensive equipment or endless hours at the gym. Just 15 minutes, 3 times a week, can completely rewrite your health story. But before revealing exactly which exercises to do, we need to talk about the second essential pillar, the one that prevents falls and maintains your confidence with every step you take. How many times have you heard the story of a friend or neighbor who suffered a fall for no apparent reason? What seemed like a simple stumble turned into months of recovery, or worse, loss of independence. What few know is that these falls are rarely accidents. They're the result of balance that's been silently deteriorating day after day. And here's the surprising fact. After age 70, 1 in 3 people will suffer at least one serious fall per year. But the good news? This is almost entirely preventable. Balance isn't a gift. It's a skill that can be trained, like riding a bike or playing guitar. And just like a musical instrument gets rusty without practice, our balance system, which involves the inner ear, vision, and proprioception, weakens when not challenged. Walking on flat surfaces isn't enough, because real life has loose rugs, uneven sidewalks, and unexpected obstacles. This is why geriatric specialists insist specific balance exercises should be as common as brushing your teeth after 60. Your body is smart, it just needs the right stimuli to stay alert. Simple exercises, like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, holding onto the sink if needed, or walking by, placing one foot exactly in front of the other as if on a tightrope, can work wonders for your stability. Mr. Carl Griffin, 76, is living proof. After nearly falling in the bathroom, he began practicing 3 minutes of balance exercises daily. 6 months later, he managed to dodge a bicycle that suddenly appeared on the sidewalk outside his business, a reflex he swore he'd lost forever. But the real secret goes beyond exercises. Maintaining balance in later life begins with body awareness, that mindful attention when getting up, turning in the hallway, or reaching for something on a high shelf. It's about respecting your body's limits without underestimating it. Because when you understand that balance is a constant conversation between your brain and muscles, every movement becomes an opportunity for strengthening. This leads us to one of the most neglected aspects of senior health, and something that, when ignored, can compromise even the best balance. I'm talking about flexibility, the third essential pillar that keeps your joints gliding like well-oiled gears. Remember when you were a child and could bend down to pick up a toy from the floor without even thinking about the movement? Or when you'd wake up in the morning with a light body ready for any activity? This freedom of movement that seems so natural in youth doesn't have to disappear with age, but to maintain it, we need to understand something crucial about our bodies. They operate on the use it or lose it principle. Joints are like doors that creak when not opened regularly. And that's exactly what happens when we neglect flexibility in later life. Morning stiffness, that difficulty turning your neck when parking the car, or the simple act of putting on shoes becoming a challenge, these are all signs your joints are asking for help. And here's the truth that will change your perspective. It's not aging that's stealing your flexibility, but rather the lack of specific movement to maintain it. A University of Florida study with seniors between 70 and 80 showed that after 12 weeks of guided stretching, participants gained up to 40% more range of motion, equivalent to 15 years of joint rejuvenation. Mrs. Elza Silva, 79, almost gave up her favorite hobby, gardening, because of knee and back pain. When she began incorporating gentle stretches and joint movements into her routine, she not only returned to caring for her plants, but rediscovered the joy of playing on the floor with her great-grandchildren. And this is the crucial point. Your flexibility is merely dormant, not lost. But attention, stretching, in later life, doesn't mean forcing your body into extreme positions. Gentle, progressive movements like rotating your ankles while watching television, stretching your arms overhead upon waking, or doing smooth torso rotations can make an extraordinary difference. The secret lies in regularity. It's the daily micro-stretches that keep the oil in your body's gears. And when we combine this rediscovered flexibility with the next pillar, we create powerful synergy for joint health. Because just as important as moving joints well is protecting them. And that's exactly what we'll discuss now. Intelligent care for your knees, hips, and spine through conscious movement. How often have you heard someone say, "My knees are worn out," as if it were an irreversible sentence? This common belief hides a liberating truth. Our joints aren't like car parts that wear out with use. They're living systems that regenerate when treated wisely. The secret isn't to spare them, but to move them the right way. And this is where most seniors make a crucial mistake. They replace activities out of fear of pain when they should adapt them out of love for health. Joints are nourished by movement, like a river that stays clean by flowing. When we stop moving, the synovial fluid, our body's natural oil, thickens and loses its protective ability. But high-impact exercises can be as harmful as inactivity. The solution? What physical therapists call conscious movement, activities that maintain joint range without overload. Swimming, water, aerobics, tai chi, or simply walking in shallow water. These are the true fountains of joint movement. Mr. Mark Roberts' case is emblematic. At 75, his doctors suggested hip replacement surgery. Before opting for the operation, he tried 3 months of supervised water exercises. Not only did he postpone the surgery by 5 years, and counting, but he also returned to cycling with his grandchildren. This is the essence of joint protection. Understanding that every joint in your body was designed to move, but with respect for your current limits. And what about the spine, that great forgotten one? While everyone worries about knees and hips, your vertebrae suffer in silence. Spinal decompression exercises, like gently hanging from a bar, with feet supported on the ground or lying down stretches, can relieve decades of accumulated pressure. But protecting joints goes beyond exercises. It's a life philosophy. It means learning to get out of bed by rotating your whole body as one unit, squatting by bending your knees without pushing them forward, lifting heavy objects close to your body. These micro-adjustments in daily life make the difference between aging with pain or with freedom of movement. And when we combine this body awareness with the next pillar, we achieve true balance for an active life, the core strength that supports the entire system. Have you ever noticed how a century-old tree maintains its majesty even after decades of facing storms? Its secret lies in a strong, well-rooted trunk. Our bodies are no different. The core, that belt of deep muscles surrounding our spine, is the foundation that determines whether we'll age hunched or upright, fragile or firm. And here's the revelation few seniors know. A protruding belly or that age-appropriate hunchback aren't inevitable. They're direct consequences of core muscles that forgot how to work. Retired physical education teacher Mr. Maxwell Levine, 77, lived with back pain he attributed to natural wear. When he began practicing specific core exercises, those that seem simple but make you sweat without moving from the spot, not only did the pain disappear, but his posture changed radically. This is the transformative power of a strengthened core. It recalibrates your entire structure, relieving joint pressure and even improving breathing. But what exactly makes up this vital core? 4 muscle groups working in harmony: the transverse abdominis, our natural belt, the lumbar muscles, the pelvic floor, and the diaphragm. When this team functions well, you rise from chairs easily, carry grocery bags without injury risk, and maintain balance on uneven ground. The best part? Strengthening them doesn't require traditional crunches. In fact, those can harm seniors. Gentle exercises, like lying abdominal contractions, pelvic lifts, or simply maintaining good sitting posture, already produce impressive results. Mrs. Nathalia Tyler, 82, discovered this in an unusual way. Her physical therapist grandson taught her to practice belly breathing consciously 3 times daily. Within 2 months, not only did her digestion improve, but she stopped needing her walking cane. This muscular awakening is possible at any age. You just need to take the first step. And when you achieve this core strength, something magical happens. All other health pillars, balance, flexibility, joint protection, become supercharged. But there's one final element, as crucial as it is overlooked, that serves as the icing on the cake for active aging. Something that's not about physical exercise, but determines whether you'll implement all this consistently: the state of mind with which you greet each new day. While we care for the body, we mustn't forget the fuel that moves us, our mind and heart. Have you noticed how days filled with sadness or worry make your body feel heavier? There's a profound connection between our emotions and physical health, especially after 70. Geriatrician Dr. Norman Andrews always says, "A joyful spirit is the best supplement for senior years." Science confirms. Seniors who cultivate humor, gratitude, and inner peace have up to 40% lower risk of developing serious physical limitations. Mrs. Rochelle Carey, 78, is living proof. After losing her husband, she nearly stopped moving until discovering the senior dance group at her church. Dancing releases hormones that strengthen muscles, improve balance, and even reduce chronic pain. The secret lies in finding activities that bring light to your days, whether gardening, crafts, visiting grandchildren, or choir singing. But heed this: mental health care doesn't mean ignoring sadness or difficulties. Quite the opposite. It's learning to navigate these emotions wisely. Chatting with friends, journaling, praying, or seeking professional help when needed. These are all part of complete self-care. Remember, your body hears everything your heart feels. When you nurture hope and purpose, every physical exercise becomes easier, every movement more fluid. This positive mindset becomes even more powerful when combined with the next essential pillar, SCEIS, the support network that keeps us steady during hard times, because healthy aging is never a solitary journey. Did you know simply having close friends can be as important for your health as quitting smoking? Studies show seniors with strong social connections have 40% lower risk of physical disabilities and live on average 5 years longer than those who isolate. Your body was made for community, and after 70, this truth becomes even more crucial. Mr. Corey Wilson, 82, exemplifies this. After his wife passed, he would go days without speaking to anyone. His concerned daughter enrolled him in a senior walking group. Initially resistant, within weeks, that daily walking hour became his joy. The result? His back pain decreased, his mood improved, and without realizing it, he became far more active than when exercising alone. Why does this happen? Because isolation accelerates physical decline, while social connection activates our brain, boosts immunity, and reduces inflammation. It's not magic, it's biology. Your body responds to affection, conversation, friendly touch. The best part? You don't need to be extroverted to benefit. Small gestures make all the difference. Weekly coffee with a neighbor, calling a distant friend, joining church or community group, and even pet care. Yes, animals are great allies against loneliness. But there's one final ingredient in this longevity recipe many neglect that could be the secret to harmonizing all these pillars. I'm talking about the right rhythm, how you structure your day so health, joy, and purpose walk hand in hand. Just as an orchestra needs a conductor to transform musical notes into symphony, our bodies after 70 require harmonious rhythm to keep all health pillars working together. The secret lies not in doing much, but in doing with consistency and wisdom. Have you noticed how some days feel light and full of energy, while others weigh like lead? The difference often lies in the small rhythms we establish for our body and mind. Mrs. Pamela Halpert, 76, discovered this in the most practical way. She maintained a chaotic routine, some days walking for an hour, then going 3 days without exercise, until her grandson Noah Halpert, a physical education student, helped create a golden schedule. Gentle morning stretches, 15 minutes of strength exercises on Tuesdays and Thursdays, social walks at the park on market days, and always time for conscious rest. Within 3 months, her energy increased like never before. Science confirms our aging organism adapts better to small daily doses of movement than to sporadic intense efforts. Imagine your metabolism as a campfire. Better to keep some embers always burning than trying to light a big fire occasionally. A balanced routine includes micro-movements throughout the day, getting up to stretch legs every hour, quality rest moments, 20-minute power naps, smart variety, alternating exercise types to avoid overload, clear start, end signals, tea before stretching, for example. But how to maintain this routine when motivation fades? The answer lies in the final and deepest pillar. What transforms healthcare from obligation into self-love expression? We're talking about the power of purpose, that inner spark reminding us each day is a new opportunity to honor the gift of life we've been granted. When Mr. Miles Phillips, 83, was asked why he maintained his exercise routine so diligently, his answer resonated deeply. Because every morning I wake is one more chance to watch my great-grandson grow. This simple thought carries profound scientific truth. Seniors with clear life purpose don't just exercise more, they heal faster, feel less pain, and maintain mental faculties longer. Your body was made to serve something greater than itself, and this inner flame transforms healthcare from duty into an act of love. Modern medicine is rediscovering what ancestral wisdom always knew. There's no separation between body, mind, and spirit. When you find your reason to get out of bed, whether tending the garden, teaching recipes to grandchildren, or simply witnessing another sunrise, every exercise becomes celebration, not sacrifice. Here we reach the heart of the matter. Healthy aging isn't about adding years to life, but life to years. The pillars we've explored, strength, balance, flexibility, joint protection, and conscious movement, aren't ends in themselves. They're tools so you can keep writing your story with your own hands without needing others to turn the pages. Every proper squat is a future embrace for grandchildren yet to be born. Every morning stretch is a yes to a new day's adventure. Notice something fascinating? All the examples we've shared have one thing in common. They decided self-care was worthwhile, not out of vanity, but love for life and those around them. This is the true fountain of prolonged youth. Understanding your body is the instrument through which you love, serve, and leave your legacy. Now look at your hands. These same hands that may tremble slightly today, yet carry decades of stories. They still have much to give. The invitation stands. What will your next chapter be? Because one thing is certain, when purpose and movement walk together, even the most advanced years can overflow with grace, gratitude, and unexpected possibilities. And this may be the greatest discovery of all. The best age to begin is always today. If this content resonated with you and inspired you to better care for your health after 70, leave your like. This simple gesture helps our channel reach more people like you who deserve to live with vitality and independence. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because every week we bring practical tips, adapted exercises, and real stories to transform your journey after 60. And we want to know, which of these pillars will you implement first? Comment below. Your experience may motivate other viewers. Also share with that special person who needs to hear this message. Together, let's prove that aging isn't about losing capacities, but discovering new ways to move, connect, and celebrate life. See you in the next video, and may God bless you.